Bearings are machine parts in which other parts turn or slide. In a plant, most pieces of machinery contain bearings that help them operate efficiently. Bearings have three basic functions: to reduce friction, to carry loads, and to position moving elements. To understand how a bearing reduces friction, it's important to know what friction is. Friction is the resistance to motion that exists between two objects in contact with each other. In order for one or both of the objects to move more easily, friction between their surfaces must be reduced. Two significant kinds of friction that exist between surfaces in contact are rolling friction and sliding friction. Rolling friction exists when one object rolls around or within another. Sliding friction exists when one object slides over or across another. Some bearings are designed to handle rolling friction, while others are designed to handle sliding friction. Bearings that handle rolling friction have rolling elements, such as balls or rollers. These elements roll between rings to allow a moving part, usually a rotating shaft, to move easily. Bearings designed to handle sliding friction are built to allow a rotating shaft or other moving element to slide against the smooth surface of the bearing. Although bearings are designed to reduce friction, bearings cannot completely eliminate friction. In order to minimize friction within a bearing and between bearings and other moving parts, all bearings require some form of lubrication. In addition to reducing friction, a bearing must be able to carry or support loads. The term load refers to a force or weight that is placed on a bearing. Loads are generally placed on a bearing by the shaft or other moving element. The weight of a shaft on a bearing is one form of load. The rotational force of the shaft as it spins is another example of a load. Other forces due to various movements of the shaft can place other types of loads on a bearing. Loads distributed by the shaft can be applied to a bearing from different directions. Loads are defined as either axial load or radial load. Axial load is a load applied to a bearing in an axial direction, that is, along the center line or axis of the shaft. Radial load is a load applied to a bearing in a radial direction, along a radius of the shaft. The radius is a line from the center of the shaft to the outside of the shaft. Another basic function of a bearing is to position a moving element, such as a shaft. To do this, bearings are designed to resist movement in one or more directions while allowing movement to occur in other directions. In most cases, the consequences of shaft movement other than rotation can be severe, and machinery can be badly damaged.